In this video, I'll show you how to convert from standard form, point slope form to slope intercept form. So just as a recall, this is slope intercept form. It's really useful because it shows us the slope of a linear equation and the y-intercept. Standard form looks like this, and unfortunately doesn't really show us a whole lot. So it can be really useful to convert from standard form to slope intercept form for things like graphing, or if you needed to identify the slope or the y-intercept. Point slope form looks like this. It also shows us the slope, and it gives us an x value and a y value that make a point on the line. Sometimes you might want to convert from point slope form to slope intercept if you're looking for the y-intercept. So for the first example, I'm going to show you an equation in standard form. This equation is 3x minus 4y equals 8. Now, really, this is just a literal equation, meaning it's an equation with multiple variables, and we want to isolate y. So we want to get y by itself, which means I need to get rid of this entire term of 3x. And if I think about slope-intercept form, I see that the x term is on the right side. So I'm going to move 3x to the right side by using inverse operations. I want to make a zero pair. 3x minus 3x is 0. It's gone. And I'll subtract this on the right side as well. Now, when you're doing this, it's really important to remember to bring down the sign of the y term. So this will be negative 4y equals, of course, these are not like terms, so I can't subtract them, but I am going to rewrite it so that the x term comes first, just because I remember I want y equals mx plus b. Now it's starting to look like that, but I have negative 4y equals, not y equals. I know this is multiplication, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 4. Now, it's really important that you're really careful with your signs because that could determine which direction the line is going and whether or not it has a positive or negative b value. For this example, now y is by itself. I see that I have a negative 3 divided by a negative 4. So my slope is actually going to be positive, meaning the line will be going up from left to right. And I have a positive 8 divided by a negative 4. So I'm actually going to have a negative b value, meaning it will cross below the origin. So this is that same equation in slope-intercept form. Now I'm going to show you an example in point slope form and show you how to convert it. Second example is y minus 8 equals negative 1/2 times x plus 4. So remember, the slope is shown in this form. This is the slope. So when I convert it to slope-intercept form, I should still see this as my coefficient of x. Now, the easiest way to do this is I could add 8 to both sides, but I still have to get rid of these parentheses because I know slope-intercept form does not have parentheses. So first I'm going to distribute. Negative 1/2 times x is negative 1/2 x. Half of 4 is 2. Negative times a positive is a negative, so minus 2. Now it's starting to look like slope-intercept form, but I have this 8 that's being subtracted from y. And so the inverse operation of subtraction is addition. I'll add this to both sides. Of course, I'm not going to add it to the x term because they're not like terms. I'll add it over here, which is going to give me my b value. Now I have y equals negative 1/2 x plus 6. I told you this would still be the slope, but now I can see what the b value is. The last example I'm going to show you is an equation that's not in any form, and you might be presented with a question like this at some point. And so this third equation is 1/4 y plus 3 equals negative 5x. Now this is different because it's not in standard form. It doesn't say ax plus by equals a c constant. It's definitely not in point slope form. But my goal is just to get y by itself. I see the x term is already on the right side. And so I'm going to move this constant of 3. Subtract 3. 1/4 y equals, now let me rearrange this so that the x term is first, just like I did when I was converting from standard form. To get rid of this fraction, I can divide everything by 1/4, which is a little bit confusing, or I could just multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4/1. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4/1. This will cancel, it equals 1. I have 1y by itself. 4 times negative 5x is negative 20x, and 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And now I can see my slope and my y-intercept.